Well, the main objective for this week will be to get some more track laid, get some droppers soldered and fastened to the bus wire, and start getting some wires soldered onto these point motors to try and get some of the first ladder at least wired up. Obviously I will have time just to run a few trains. I think it's not very forgiving on the back and the neck and the arms been under the board, so I shall probably be doing it in short stints. Not entirely sure how much I'll get done over the next few days, but we'll give it a good go. My plan for today is to get the rest of these yards done along here. I've started at this end and I've used the Hornby set track long straights just to make sure I can get them as level and as parallel as possible. Once they're in position, using those little gauges I've got, I'll then use flexi track to get down to the other end to where the other point work's going to be. Right, well that's the first ladder installed. The camera does show they are a little bit wobbly in places, but they're not in the scenic area. And from the naked eye, when you're looking straight or forward on, you don't really see. So nothing wired in yet. That's the next step really. So it's just now a couple of sidings to get in here to come down this way. And then I'll start think about doing the other half of the fiddle yard. So I've just put a rake of 6 coaches on there just to see how they fit. They fit nicely, and there's room for an engine. A low coater sitting there as well, needs be. As I say, I do tend to run rakes of 6. It's just the Pullmans that I've got, which are 7s. Now the lanes that are going to go at the front, the yards, they're going to be longer, so I should be able to fit my Pullman coaches in there. That's the first ladder complete, or the track laid, should I say. That's 5 lanes. Obviously the back one's free because that'll be the run around one if I just want to use the helix and the loop to take a train down and up. And that's not even a fraction of my coaches really. So when somebody said put as many lanes in as you can, they were right, because that's been taken up already. But I think that's looking okay. The hardest bit to do on this was just getting this point position right, because this lane is slightly wider. That's streamlined spacing, and then these get a little bit narrower purely because of the way at the other end there is a point. It pushed this line out, and rather than having to put a kink in this line, I wanted that to be level. It just meant this point here needed extending slightly, the gap there, but the gap what I needed was only 10mm, and it was too small just to be able to put a little piece of rail in. With the fish plate there's no way I could do it, so what I ended up doing was actually cutting this point back, so that to give me a longer length, so I could put a piece in, put a piece of track in, soldered it, and then cut it down to length, and then put this one in the right spot. So now everything else marries up fine. Job for this morning. I can remove this now because that was just like a guide. So a small piece of straight there, then a point, and then there'll be the 2 sidings to go off down there. I may be able to get a 3rd siding actually. I'm just thinking I have got 4 Pico points that I've removed from another part of the layout, and the spring's gone. But what I didn't realise until recently was that the Gauge Master seat points, they do a version, I think it's a PM4, which has a latching mechanism, and it's designed for points that probably are a bit stiff or where they've lost that spring mechanism. So I might try and put a couple of those in and then just buy these PM4 point motors to see if they're any good. So I went with 3 sidings in the end. I can probably just put a smidgen in there if I need to. I undernarred because the problem is, as you know, the more sidings you put in, the shorter they get because of the length of the points. But I think I'm okay with 3 there. I think I can get 4 coaches in these and probably 3 in there, or a variety of wagons if I need to. Just starting to get the bus wire installed, so it's coming this way down. So these 2 wires go back that way towards where the controller is, and then they'll come round, they'll loop round here, and I'll take them back up the other ladder back towards the helix and the lens somewhere over that back edge. So before I finally commit to getting all the droppers wired into the bus wire, I just wanted to make sure that this switch that I've kind of created works. So I wanted it to be accessible from inside the layout, not on the outside. So I had to do a bit of trailing wires here and there, but as you can see, cuts the power off and then a quick flick and it comes back on. So nothing pretty, it's just there, out of the way. It nicely turns it on and off. And then before I start cutting lengths of wires for point motors and that, I just probably need to work out where I'm going to put the switch panel. I'll only want obviously 1 switch will control 2 points, either end of a particular lane. So I don't know whether to have it. There's going to be the board's going to be out here, and there's going to be some more point work there. So I don't know whether to have kind of the switches across there, or do I have them higher up? I think if I have them here, it's going to be less wire, because if I put the switches at this height, I'm going to have a load of wires coming up somewhere. So it might be as well just to, even if I put it there, just across there, a bank of switches for each lane. That might be the easiest option. Well, I'm laid under the board, just trying to get some of the droppers attached now. I thought it'd be easier than doing the upper level, but you still get a right burn on your arms. You have to keep having a little rest. So getting them in first. Once they're all done, I'll then start to tidy up the wires. My plan is the dropper wire is pretty much that side, then all the point wiring will go this side. Hopefully that'll work. My main job for today is going to be starting to get the wires soldered onto the point motors. I'm just going to do a few at a time. So I started cutting some of the lengths, just trying to work out the length I need really, because they're going to be quite a long run from one side to the other to get to the switch panel. So I'll steadily work away. I've got plenty of green, brown and blue. I'm just a bit short on the old red and black, so I'm just going to have to work out how much I'm going to be able to get done without having to buy any more wire. Well, that's the first 5 points, the initial wiring done. I've tried to colour code it best I can. I've just had to duplicate the green because I only had 5 different colours. So the shorter green one is just for the frog, and then the longer one is the common. So I'll be able to remember that. So now it'll be a bit of fun and games underneath the board trying to get these points positioned. I'm just trying to knock up a temporary panel now for the switches so I can work out the lengths of wire that I need. So going back to this, I'm just trying to work out, so obviously with all the points, some of the points, 1 switch will control 2. So I think on all this lower ladder, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, but so there's 4 each end, but I'll only need 4 switches because each end will change together. On the top one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, which will all change together. I think that one needs to be independent because I may want it to switch without switching that one because they may go into these dead end lines, and that'll be one on its own as well. Obviously I've put another point in there now as well, so that'll be another switch. So I'm thinking 4 switches for the bottom. There'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 switches for those 2 double sets like that. Switch on its own, one on its own, one on its own, one on its own. So I'll try and rough something up on here, just drill it out and see what it looks like. I think that'll work anyway. And I will just need to leave space on this for a couple of switch or so down here because I don't know how I'm going to incorporate it yet, but I think somewhere maybe there'll be another point coming off to create some more yards going down there. Surprise, surprise, I'm under the board again. I've got these first 5 points in position. So there's one over there, there's one just under there, one there, one there, and then that one there. So it's just a case now of tidying all the wires. I'm going to be using some chop blocks to take them all to one area and then run them down together. Hopefully it might be a little bit neater that way, but I just need to get out from under here. It's a bit cramped. Right, that's my attempt. I just wanted to see what the spacing was like, just to get you access to it. I was getting a bit close to the edge there, so I've put the switches this side. And as I say, there will be a point somewhere going in here, and potentially then further down the line more points down there, which would effectively come off this corner down here, but there's little room, so I may use this area in here just to do a cluster of switches for the point work that's going to eventually be added to that area. So I guess next thing now is to work out where I'm going to sit this. Obviously it's quite a size, and then start running some wires from the point motors down to the switches. Well, I'm just having a bit of a break from being laid underneath these baseboards, just giving the back and the neck just a bit of a respite. I just thought I'd have another look at this switch panel for the point switches, and I've decided I'm going to redo this one. I just thought, firstly, it's too deep that way, it's far too deep, and it was only on 3mm ply, so I've redone it on 6mm, condensed it down, and it's left room to be able to get the extra point, which I'm going to put in ready to extend at a later date. And it's a lot firmer, but I've left this big chunk at the top, and the idea being on the front, when the front boards are going, obviously there'll be the beams, battens, supports going across. This will sit up under there. I'll make an angle for it, and then I'll be able to screw it in, and it'll kind of hang down at an angle like that over in the corner over there. So it's out of the way, but easy access just to be able to switch the fiddle yard. A bit frustratingly, but I've come to a bit of a standstill now, so I've managed to get 1, 2, 3 points in at the other side, but I had to order some more, as I think I mentioned, some surface mounted ones and also some with a latch, and they've still not arrived. It's been a week now, which has kind of just put me on hold, the plan was to get all these back ones wired up and tested with the switches to make sure one switch would control two, but until I get the points, I really can't do that. So I've brought all the wires for the points to this front edge. They'll all come into these blocks. I've daisy chained the common one to come down, and then I'll continue, and then there's going to be obviously long runs all the way along the front to join it with the other edge eventually. I've just spent a bit of time doing a run of cables from each of the 5 point motors over that end. So there's 5 separate feeds going from that end, and I've taken them down to this end, so they're all, where there's 2 drills are sat, they're all taped and labelled to 1 to 5, so I know which point is which. But I have come to a standstill now. Postman's still not been, which is a right shame, because I would have liked to have got this done, but it is what it is. I'm probably not going to get much more done now, to be fair. Going away for some winter sun next week, so things will be on hold for a while. I might get a few bits done before we go, but I'm guessing now it's probably going to be towards the end of March before I'm back up here to get finished, unless the postman does arrive today. Fingers crossed. Bit of a spaghetti junction at the minute, but they are all labelled, so I know which one goes with which. Well, not one for ever been confident with the electrics. So far, so good. So it looks like there is power all the way down there, and it does isolate with that. I've not been able to just run any locos over yet because I've not cut the pins down on the points that I've got in place, and obviously not all point motors and the switch, the frog juicers, have been installed yet. So I guess it is just a waiting game now. Hopefully the postman arrives pretty soon so I can get the rest of the point work done. I think what I'm going to do in the meantime is go back to the sea foam, see if I can make some more trees, and just probably get some of my different engines out. And maybe a bit of a tidy up might not go amiss either.